stage for a neutral site showdown. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the USC Trojans. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sidelines. Holly?
Catching up with the Trojans head coach before the game, he is so excited to lead his team out onto this field where he was a player himself. He has waited his turn. It is a full circle moment for him, and he said, I cannot wait to be the head coach and be the leader that I had when I was a player. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jordan. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
The defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Kick is in the air. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Ready to fire from the pistol. Send the tight end in motion. They give it to the freshman, his first carry. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Here's Reed to throw. He's looking deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get behind the defense. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play. But if you want to play that defense, I think you'll get that pattern a lot from that guy.
Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Dropping back, it's Maiava. Oh, look, Ma, one hand. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. The 40. He's at the 20. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They didn't just jumpstart that drive. They've electrified it, and now they've got a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans!
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. The defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. The run inside. It's Edwards. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And it really doesn't matter what play call this offense does. Like first possession, 3 and out, obviously struggled. This one right here, nothing on the ground. The offensive line has to do a better job. They got to be better up front, whether they want to run it, whether they want to throw it. It's got to start with the offensive line.
Got a man, it's Craven. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And I think one of the secret sauces from a year ago for A&M was Craver and Concepcion. They were the best 1-2 punch in college football as far as playmaking receivers. Guys that could catch it short and take it long. Now you bring in Horton, who comes over from Alabama. This receiving core now, can they continue to grow? Can the passing game get better, Palmer, and take that next step?
Well, the good news is you still got Marcel Reed throwing the football, right? A guy with tons of experience and a guy who's made a lot of big plays throughout his career. So you bring in Horton, who comes over for Alabama. Big physical guy who can make plays down the field. Craver can take a hitch route, 80 yards, and score. Still a really good 1-2 punch of this Aggies offense, especially the passing attack. Still going to be tough.
Looking for a big play. Snags it inside the 20. All the way. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And I don't think you can outthrow this guy. I mean, just throw it as deep as you possibly can. Palmer, I don't think you had the arm for this guy because that dude can fly. Just throw it up down the field like he does right there, and he just goes and gets it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just don't have to overthink it, right, David? Just let your fastest guy run in a straight line, run by everybody, and make a big play down the field. That was just an easy fly route for the fastest player on the field, and man, he makes the defense pay.
Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. They pick up a 5.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. And I think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw on line, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
To the air, it's Mayava. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in fourth down again. Great job there. Pass defense, third down. This defense now starting to put it together.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Gonna run it. It's Edwards. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
He's going to let it go. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit forcing an incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And now on second down for this offense. They'll leave it with the lone back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 27. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
The Trojans will snap it on first and 10. On the move, it's Jordan. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to pass on second down. Fires on the move. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw. It's Mayava. Oh, sticks that big mitt up there and grabs it. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing ends of the field. Handoff to the lone back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. On the move to his left. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around, find an open guy. They still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incompletion.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And the Trojans come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end making something out of nothing, making a positive play, picking up a new set of downs, a new set of problems for this defense.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Scanning the field, it's Mayava. Complete on the left to Williams. Runs through a man, he might have some space. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He's looking to pass. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Under fire. And down he goes.
Yeah, in this part of the field, man, those windows shrink, and it's hard as a quarterback sometimes to really force yourself to throw the football. You're sitting in a good spot in 2nd and goal. Just throw that thing away. Don't take the sack and put you in a bad situation.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And nowadays, you're not always going to get these quarterbacks on the ground because they're so athletic. But nice job getting the sack, let him out of the pocket there, but now forcing the 4th down, and it's decision time for this offense.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Running inside, it's Edwards. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14. Texas A&M going up tempo.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
First catch of the season as this freshman tight end wastes no time getting involved.
I know he's got the height and weight of a tight end, but man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. When you've got a very low number beside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot, and that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game.
Maybe some room here, and it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. Play fake, Reed. He wants to go deep. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped at the 15. It'll be a first down, and his defense misses an opportunity to keep them backed up close to the goal line. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Escapes the pressure to his right. He'll pull it down. Out across the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 21-yard line.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, knowing guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect your throwing. It's too big of a hit to be taken for this quarterback.
Got his man downfield. That's his first catch of the season. They believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. With the catch, it's Mosley. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Trojans want to pick up the tempo. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dances away. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Intercepted, and he's got a convoy with him. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Aggies. The defense putting points on the board.
It's crazy in college football. There's just so many defining moments in games that you can pinpoint, and that's one right there. The offense has the lead. You're trying to add to that here at the end of the first half. In a 2-minute situation, quarterback being way too aggressive, and that's a mistake, David. Taking pick 6 all the way to the house, that could really end up costing him.
And you talk about flipping a game really, really quickly. Look how bad it was looking. Now the defense gets right back in this football game, being ready for the 2-minute drill, making a play, going down and scoring, and taking all the momentum into halftime.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. To the air, it's Mayava. Fires to the wideout. Caught by Williams on the left. some serious energy making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver that can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Trojans use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Fires to the tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Touchdown Trojans. And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. He'll bring it out. It's Kramer. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Throwing, Reed. Makes the catch. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And the Aggies headed quickly to the line. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Right down the middle. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with Georgia taking on the number 18 team, the Iowa Hawkeyes. And it's the Bulldogs who win it on their home turf. They take pride in protecting their dirt, so to speak, and they did so today.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line.
Pushing them to 1-0 on the short season.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again.
Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Right back to the well. There's a crease. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
And finally, we see a nice game. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going.
He'll take a deep shot here. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
That's just such a great way to answer. Your defense just gives up a touchdown, no problem. Offense come out, see what the defense is in. The passing game makes the big play down the field and the immediate answer to get the momentum back in this football game.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. To the air, it's Maiava. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. They're not only ready to fight on, they're ready to deliver knockout punches with plays like that.
They typically are, and it's typically Hollywood scripts, right? Just beautiful playmakers, big bodies, fast bodies, that highlight the famous celebrity quarterbacks. That's just what USC does.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. That's reeled in, it's Bowman. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Red pass, it's complete. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. There's never a good time for it, but man, do you hate to see it in the first game of the season. Here they come, facing third and long from the 20. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for a man, it's Maiava. Makes the grab. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Moving out of the pocket. Looking down the middle. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Texas A&M's offense takes the field, ready to get this drive going. Using his legs, it's Edwards. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with the first down.
Well, the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Wide receiver going in motion. He breaks a tackle. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Corralled and brought down by the defense.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Reed. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Well, it's 3rd and short. They're throwing for it. They just can't come up with that one. Setting up a big decision now for the head coach on 4th down.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
The run inside. It's Jordan. 7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Going over the top. He's got it on the right. Hits the crease. He's at the 10. Touchdown USC. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Man, the defense has got to be kicking themselves. They had the offense pinned back so deep in their own end. It's one thing to give up a completion, but you can't let the receiver go the entire distance and score a touchdown. Bad job on the back end by the D.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Here's Reed to throw. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Turning it on. Touchdown Aggies. They are lining up the scoreboard. Every touchdown has an answer, it seems.
And how do you not love the immediate answer for this offense? The very first play, your defense gave up points. Who gives a dang? Immediately answer back with the big play. Take the momentum back. Take the lead back.
That was crazy. That was like the opponent's touchdown almost made them mad. This offense was on the sideline. They're like, it's like the program. Put the women and children to bed and go looking for dinner. They took one play and took the lead back just like that. That's the attitude this offense has.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Might be changing the route. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Quickly out to the tight end. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
There used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there. Into the third quarter of this opening week of the season. It's now 2nd and 10. Motion from the wideout. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Complete downfield. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. Trojans used to be known for student body right, and they can still do that. Both quarterbacks like this, you want to clear it up.
Yeah, I think they hung that up years ago when they started to find, big, strong quarterbacks that can throw the ball all over the yard. So I like the student body right, student body left, but that's a little old school for me, LRD.
Got rid of it just in time. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Breaks the tackle. Strong run, picks up 6 down to the 22-yard line. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Looking to pass. It's Mayava. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Bought a little time, lets it go. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
On 4th down, going to the air. Makes a grab past the marker. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking to fire. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Oh, it's always frustrating as a quarterback when you put it on the money and the guy drops it. But you know what you got to do? You got to build his confidence. Buddy, I'm coming back to you later. Just get your mind right. Get ready, because I know you can make that catch.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
Interesting call here for the head coach, too, because you need a touchdown. Now it's 4th and long. You could kick the field goal and cut into the lead, but it depends on how much you trust your defense right now. They may go for this one, guys.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that 4th down stop and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the 4th quarter to get me the football back.
Running inside, it's Edwards. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get Pats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
Reed sets up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
The Trojans decide to use their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. To the air, it's Reed. He's got him. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Throwing Reed. Makes the grab. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you
1st down here as we dive into the college football season. A Week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Sure hands. It's Horton. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. As they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
And the Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass, it's Reed. He's going for the big play. He's got it inside the 15. Into the house. Touchdown, Aggie.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I was about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. The Trojans want to crank the tempo.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't...
Looking for a huge play. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. And after the interception, the nifty return gets it back inside the 45-yard line. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Reed. He lets it fly. He's got it way down the field. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
After that huge play, right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. Run in the red zone, it's Edwards. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on 2nd down and maybe put this thing away. A run for the quarterback. Touchdown, Texas A&M! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake, but... You know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass. It's Mayava. Oh, they're after him. Got a man in the middle. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every...
He uncorks one deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. You work all offseason for that, the chance to take a knee and punctuate an opening victory to this season. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated